So I just got back from an 8-night stay in the Dominican Republic, which now makes my third visit there in the past 15 months. So it's safe to say it is my favorite destination to visit and to recommend. And so on this episode of the Modern Travel Agent Podcast, I just wanted to share a little bit about what makes the Dominican Republic so special for me and talk about some key selling points so that you can better communicate that with your clients. The Dominican Republic is a beach destination, and more specifically, it is an all-inclusive beach destination. That doesn't mean that there's not a ton of sort of adventure and nature and cultural experiences, but first and foremost, people are probably going there because they want some fun in the sun. When it comes to all-inclusive beach destinations, people typically think of the big three: Mexico, Jamaica, and the Dominican Republic. One of my colleagues, Sheba, has this funny things where she says, the Dominican Republic is like if Mexico and Jamaica had a baby. And it's really just kind of a funny way of pointing out that the Dominican Republic has this really cool combination of sort of this Caribbean vibe along with this sort of Latin influence. In the past year alone, 2023, the Dominican Republic welcomed 10 million tourists. 10 million, which is crazy. That makes it the most popular destination in the Caribbean, and I believe top 5 in Americas. So it's definitely a destination that is gaining popularity. This is largely because of the beautiful beaches. I mean, everywhere from Punta Cana down the coast to La Romana, or all the way from Punta Cana up the northern coast to Puerto Plata or Samaná, they have absolutely gorgeous beaches and a ton of very, very nice luxury resorts. Having said that, it's not only a beach destination. I mean, I had the opportunity to visit Santo Domingo in October. I stayed in the colonial zone. It was this really cool cultural experience. I mean, you have these 16th century homes that are like remade into hotels. It's walkable streets. There's music everywhere. This beautiful old architecture. You have these cool museums that show the history. It is such a cool experience. If you have guests that are looking for something a little bit different than just the beach experience, maybe a couple of days in Santo Domingo could be a good option as well. It's maybe about an hour and a half or so from La Romana, which is maybe about an hour or so from Punta Cana, depending on traffic. So the drive's not too crazy, and it's certainly doable with the transfer companies. For instance, I was booking everything through Amstar DMC, and it was super, super manageable. A big part of the Dominican Republic's popularity is that it is an alternative to Mexico. I think a lot of people have done the Cancun thing and they kind of feel like they want something different. So if you have clients like that, the Dominican Republic is a great alternative for them. So in addition to these gorgeous beaches and this really cool blend of Caribbean and Latin culture, you also have a ton of opportunities for adventure. There's all types of zip lining, ATV and off-roading. There's nature experiences for people who want to see like ecological reserves and sort of untouched areas of the country. And of course, the Dominican Republic has a ton of absolutely beautiful luxury resorts. The level of service is on par with the absolute best that I've experienced in any other destination. That's always one thing that I'm looking for, is the level of service. Because yes, you can have beautiful hotels, but if the level of service isn't there, then it really doesn't matter. Are the people working at the resort trying to meet your eye, to see if there's anything that you need, to make it easy to have that connection and to make that request and to greet you and to make themselves available? Or are they looking down on the ground? And I think that's one of the big differences between, let's say, a 5-star or a 3-star experience, is that all the staff is properly trained to make themselves available and eager to help. And that's one thing that I've noticed in the Dominican Republic, is that these luxury 5-star resorts have done a very, very good job of training their staff. And so you feel like the staff are available and ready to help. The destination is ultimately determined by the people. And I think that's where the Dominican Republic really shines. Like, yes, you can have beautiful beaches and you can have beautiful resorts and you can have all these great zip lining and these cool experiences, but ultimately it comes down to the people. The people and the connections that you make while traveling is what makes the experience special. So to give you an example, when I was staying at the Tierras Turquesa, I had this really cool experience where, personally, I don't drink alcohol. And so sometimes I'll drink mocktails, but typically I'll just drink like Coke Zero or some coffee or something. And there was this bartender who really kind of went above and beyond. When he realized that I didn't drink alcohol, he kind of disappeared for a little bit. And when he came back with this special type of non-alcoholic beer. It was absolutely incredible. And that was such a unique experience. And that guy didn't have to do that, right? He didn't have to go above and beyond and offer that. And the fact that he did was such a cool thing, because it just reinforces that people in the Dominican Republic genuinely want you to have a good time and to feel special and welcome. welcome. And I think that really makes the experience. So again, my stay in the Dominican Republic, as always, was absolutely off the charts. I'm going to be releasing some episodes, kind of giving full breakdowns of the different hotels I stayed at. But I just wanted to spend a little bit of time sharing the things that I love about the Dominican Republic and the things that make it special to me. And this episode of the Modern Travel Agent Podcast would not be possible without the partnership and support of the Dominican Republic Ministry of Tourism. I've been in the industry now for almost 15 years, and I feel like the tourism board for the Dominican Republic really sets the bar. I mean, the level of support that I feel from them anytime I need anything is just unparalleled. And they have such a great destination, and they work so hard to help out agents and their partners. And so if you're booking the Dominican Republic, I highly recommend that you sign up with their rewards program. It's dotravelrewards.com. That's dotravelrewards.com. If you're booking the Dominican Republic and you're not registered with them, you're just leaving money on the table. They have all types of great loyalty programs, and it's one of the few tourism boards that offer loyalty programs. You hear about hotels that offer it, but an actual tourism board, a Ministry of Tourism that's rewarding you for booking their destination, it's almost unheard of. So take advantage of it. Continue to sell the beautiful destination of the Dominican Republic. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to reach out. Thank y'all again. Y'all have a good one.